Mr. Jimmy, you have no time to focus on the banks, infrastructure, or any of this. Khaheem is dangerous, and you are his enemy now, which means we are his enemy. What were you thinking?
He didn't uphold his end of the deal. He promised me something and he didn't fulfill it. The country needs access to those minerals to thrive.
You don't get it. He is coming. He is coming to Nouakchott with intentions of taking over this city and killing you and everyone who supports you.
So what? You want me to just give him what he wants? You know why that doesn't work? Because then he'll just keep asking for more money and more money and more money while giving us jack shit. I made my billions from scratch. I then used that money that I made myself to come here to Mauritania with the intention of changing it. I am not going to let some degenerate, fuckhead, shitface asshole take what I worked for.
You better win, Mr. Jimmy. I guess we have to make another factory to produce our guns and ammunition.
We'll mobilize our military.
The military won't be enough. You have to arm the citizens.
I can't do that.
You have no choice. Khaheem is coming. All of these plans that we've been setting up are going to amount to nothing if we don't beat Khaheem.
Where are you gonna go?
Where is there for me to go? Just import weapons from other countries. They'll pay.
I'll get some from the U.S. I'll need the president to ask for it. I can't have the U.S. knowing that I live here. Then they'll just arm Khaheem instead and we'll be fucked.
What about training? These citizens don't know how to shoot guns.
They'll figure out. If we're going to train them, that means we'll have to import the CIA here. And believe me, the day the CIA infiltrates this place is the day that Mauritania will never recover.
I think we'll figure it out. Do you remember the gun we gave you when we first went to see Khaheem?
Yeah?
You better learn to use it now.
Mr. Staubitz, you are to be sentenced to 45 years in Pontrez detention camp. I believe it is fitting that you should join the same facility as the Monkey King terrorists that you are so fond of.
The public should know why Ziegler was killed.
Guards, take him away.
Paul couldn't say anything. He felt empty, as if his soul was sucked out of him and faded into the air. He couldn't dispute. He couldn't resist. He had no energy. He didn't even have the will to live. He sacrificed himself to expose the state, but it ended up costing him more. Paul was escorted out of the courtroom into a bus to send him straight to the prison. How did he find himself here, he thought. He knew he was going to be here in this bus, but how did it end up like this? He sacrificed the remainder of his life for truth and justice, and now as a result of that, sacrifice, truth and justice have suffered an even bigger loss. They arrived at the prison. It wasn't very big, since it was really only built for the Monkey King, but the level of security almost made it impossible for anything to be snuck in or out. Paul was led out of the bus and into the prison.
Officer Paul, good to see you once again.
Why so glum, Paul? Now you can ask the Monkey King all the questions you want, considering that you're going to see them a lot more now.
Paul was so dejected that the insults and playful jabs couldn't even get a rise out of him. It didn't upset him or hurt his feelings, because they no longer existed inside him. He was now numb to the noise and cold to the world.
Here you go, officer.
Paul walked into his cell as the bars closed behind him. He dropped himself onto a bed and stared at the bars that now surrounds him. Alex was examining the syringes around the headquarters. He noticed the different colors in each syringe. The usual residue left over on the pipes and syringes were clearly of different substance of the ones that were in the pipes and syringes of the self-immolators. Alex was no drug expert, but he knew the syringes were heroin and drugs were meth. But he couldn't tell what was inside the pipes and syringes of Ava and the others who self-immolate.
Alex, what are you doing?
Notice the difference between these two syringes?
The color?
Right? And these pipes?
Color again?
Right?
Okay, so what?
These are the ones of the self-immolators. And these are the usual ones that I found just outside the compound.
Alex, listen, I'm sorry about what has happened recently. I know you and Ava were close, very close, and I know it seemed Paul had your back when the world didn't. You don't have to distract yourself. You did all you could for us. Why don't you rest?
You think I'm not actually concerned about our group poisoning themselves? That this is just me distracting myself? What the hell is wrong with you?
Alex, calm down.
We have had overdoses in this compound for too long. My friend overdosed, and the other one killed herself after using these drugs as well as the rest. We are literally killing ourselves, and until you or Josh do something about this, it will continue on until we all die out, or do something stupid under the influence of whatever is in this shit.
Okay, I'll round up Josh and you two can talk about it.
I'm not talking to Josh.
I know you two have it out for each other, but we cannot be divided.
He's the mole, or at least the main one. It is as clear as day. He's the one convincing everyone to ruin that protest. He was the one that made me the scapegoat. We cannot give him any more information. He cannot know anything that I do or we do for that matter.
Sarah scoffed.
Sarah, listen to me. Before the self-immolations, I asked you what the group was doing, and you told me that they were joining the protests, and you couldn't tell anybody because that information could be used by whoever the mole was. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
But you told me because you said that you trusted me. You knew I wasn't a spy because of what I did for this group, for us. Have I done anything since then that has made you think any differently of me? Have I done anything since then that has made you trust me less? Look, Josh has loyal followers. He's been here for a very long time, and he has established himself in a leadership position, even though it goes against the rules of this organization. But Josh doesn't work for the cause, he works for the government. We work for the cause. And we need the others to join it, against Josh and the other agents in this group.
Alex, we cannot be divided.
You're right. We must unite against the cancer that is infecting us, and that cancer is Josh and the ones who follow him. This is the filter we've been waiting for. Think about it. If you were undercover, would you join the group that opposes the other undercover asset? No, of course not. If we defeat Josh and his group, we would also get rid of the rest of the moles. But Sarah, I need you on my side for this to happen. I need your support.
Okay, everyone get back to work. The trial is over. For those who want to cover the trial, I suggest to get your articles and scripts ready for me. I'll do a segment soon.
Nick immediately followed Bill into his office.
What now?
We need to talk right now.
I need some space, Nick.
No. I'm not playing around here, Bill. I'm going to give you a request, and if you do not fulfill it, I will tell my bosses about your deal with Meg. You understand? I am not bluffing. You do a segment on the part of the trial where Paul admits he gave the map to Megan. Mention how that diminishes the idea of Megan being a monkey king.
I don't know, I feel like...
No!
Nick yelled so loud that the people in the newsroom were now looking at Bill's office.
Keep your voice down. You want to expose your true identity to everyone?
When you do your segment on the trial, you are going to bring up that Paul gave the map to Megan. You're going to bring it up and you're going to conclude the idea that she was a monkey king or that she was a mentally ill schizo is false. Also bring up the part where Paul brought up the real reason why Ziegler was killed, but the court wouldn't allow it. If you're not going to do it, then have me on the show and I'll do it. Oh, and by the way, we're going to meet again after work, and you're going to give me any report on Gary Keinenberg.
Okay, fine. I'll bring it up on the segment. But I want to ask you something. Why are you doing this? If you work for the FBI, then why are you going against their plan?
Megan was my friend, that's why.
But she went against your group. She exposed your whole organization, and yet you're still fighting on behalf of her, against your organization after she's gone. It doesn't make any sense.
What are you trying to say, Bill? That I'm Monkey King 2 now? Are you going to do another report about that?
I'm just curious as to why you're doing it.
She was my friend. She meant a lot to me. More than you can know.
Nick left Bill's office straight to his desk. He felt like he may have just dodged a bullet. He wasn't sure if it was enough to stop Bill from asking the right questions or the wrong ones. Deshaun was a block away from the Monhill corner. He knew that Scooter and Jamar was most likely not guarding it since they were out looking for him. Deshaun peeked his head out. It was just young kids guarding the corner, the same ones that they were training to shoot. This gave Deshaun confidence. He put his hood up and walked towards the corner.
What you need? You want to feel good tonight? We got that good shit.
Yeah, let me get some of that new shit.
That'd be 200.
Deshaun pointed the gun towards the young dealer.
Get back with the rest of the niggas back there. Hey, don't even think about it, youngin'. I know where you niggas hide you pieces. Get back. Yo, get the money.
We got no money.
You think I'm stupid? What, you sell dope for rocks? When you asked for 200, was that what you asking for? Get the money or give me the stash. I know where you keep it, so don't play no games with me, boy.
One of the kids walked to Deshaun and handed him the bag of money.
Sorry, but a nigga gotta make a living.
Deshaun slowly backed away from the corner while still pointing his gun towards them. He quickly turned around and ran into the inner city.
Mr. McLeal, I was told that I would not be disturbed during your time at Nouakchott.
Yes, I understand, Mr. President, but we have a problem.
Jimmy was on the phone with the president, Inagi, of Mauritania.
Isn't that your problem? Wasn't that why we did the deal in the first place? So you can fix the problems that I don't have to.
Yes, and I am fixing it, but I need your help.
What is the problem?
Khaheem.
Ah, yes, Khaheem. I knew you were going to have a run-in with him eventually.
You can say that. It looks as though Khaheem might be invading Nouakchott, or at least start to flex his muscle around the country with the usual ways he does it.
What happened? He didn't offer you enough money?
Well, no, apparently I didn't offer him enough.
Jimmy, just because you bribe a president doesn't mean you bribe the warlord too. The man who pays the bribes are the ones who are in charge. You bribing the briber.
I didn't bribe him. I offered him a generous deal, but now he's trying to shake me down for more. If I want this country to prosper, I can't be shaken down. The leader can't be intimidated or turned into a puppet.
So what do you want me to do?
I want you to get in contact with Washington and tell them you are willing to buy weapons from them.
Why can't you do it?
I don't have a good relationship with the states right now, oh. I think you know that, but they don't know I'm here in Mauritania. You tell them that you need weapons and ammunition to fight off the warlord and their army. I'll pay for everything.
What about my payment?
What do you want?
2 million.
Fine. You'll get $500,000 just for the phone call and the rest of the $1.5 million if you can get us the deal.
I'll call Washington as soon as this phone call is over.
Perfect. I guess I should hang up now.
Yes. But one last thing, Mr. McLeal. I'll do everything you ask of me. But I suggest you do what Khaheem says. You have a lot of money, but that only hurts you in a world where everyone is poor. A beautiful woman is most likely to get raped in a world of ugly men. A rich man is more likely to get robbed in a world where everyone is poor. Can I ask you something? How many times did you go to the inner city in America? You wanted to help the inner city. You wanted to help the people who lived there, but did you actually go there? Have you actually met someone from the inner city? You did none of those things because deep down, you knew that your money wouldn't save you. As a matter of fact, money is what would have put you in danger in that area. You know why Khaheem has an army with him. You know why everyone who works for him has automatic rifles. Because he has the money and everyone wants it. The reason he has so many soldiers is because he pays them well. You got your money, Mr. Jimmy, in a place where no one has any, and the only one that does sees you as a threat to power because of the money you have. I'll call the Americans for you, but keep that in mind for the future.
Alex was walking around the headquarters. As he was walking around, he saw almost every member looked at him as he passed by them. Some with a side eye, some with concern or curiosity, and even some with admiration. The divide has started. Since the reveal of the undercover government agent infiltrating the organization, the Monkey King has been divided into a bunch of separate groups, but now it feels as though it has been forming into two, the one with Josh and the one with Alex. He needed to talk to someone he could trust.
I need you to do something for me.
What is it?
I need you to take these syringes to a harm reduction center or any place that can test these drugs.
What for?
To test these drugs. I can't do it. I can't risk showing my face to any public area. The manhunt for me will never stop.
Isn't weird how they haven't found you yet.
What do you mean?
I mean, the manhunt has been going on for a while, and it seems as though we haven't seen any sign of any manhunt at all. Especially if the agents are here, which means the government already knows where you are. So the government that is hunting you down knows where you are, and yet doesn't do anything about it?
Are you accusing me of working for the government? Have you been talking to Josh recently?
No, I mean, why wouldn't they turn you in? That only leaves two options. One is that you are working for the government, or two, they have bigger plans for you.
Well, I'm not working for the government. I can assure you of that. If I was then, why the hell would they put my face on all the news stations telling the country to call the authorities if they see me?
So they have other plans for you then?
Yeah, or maybe the timing isn't right, like they're waiting for something else to happen first. In the meantime, I need you to take those to a clinic and get the results.
You got something for me?
No, I don't.
You don't? I told you we're not meeting until the operation on Keinenberg is a go.
No one knows a Gary Keinenberg. He's clandestine. I don't think he's associated with any group. He's not FBI, CIA, NSA, USAID, DIA, JSOC, Booz Hamilton, or anything. We have all our assets in these high places, and none of them have heard the name.
You didn't get one message or anything resembling that guy's name?
No, I didn't even get one. Are you sure Bill's not lying to you? I mean, think Nick. Why would Bill Shea know Keinenberg? Our undercover spies don't know him, but that dipshit does. Shit, if this guy is so secretive, then how in the hell does Bill know his fucking name even? You think a secret clandestine guy like that would just throw his name around like business cards at a marketing convention?
Jesus Christ, there's a fucking roadblock on every path we take.
Nick, the truth is that you're the only guy that can get to Keinenberg, if that's even what his name is. Your boss, now Asset, knows him. He meets with him. He's giving you information on him.
Yeah, which I haven't gotten anything from.
Doesn't matter. Our only way forward with Keinenberg is through Bill, which is your asset, making this your job. How often are you in contact with your friends in the FBI?
Almost never. My only job is to keep Bill from steering off course and making sure he keeps on track.
Well, I think it's safe to say you haven't done a great job with that.
Yeah, no shit. Nothing like keeping someone on course then to blackmail them to go against their bosses. Yeah, no shit. Nothing like keeping someone on course then to blackmail them to go against their bosses.
Nick, in all seriousness, you need to find a way to get to Keinenberg. If he's Bill's puppeteer, then he's probably got multiple others. If you still want to find dirt on him, threaten him, or just neutralize him, that's going to be your operation. We'll help you in any way we can. But it's ultimately your mission.
Dan was in his office. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to take from the meeting he had with Keinenberg. He did what he asked. He stopped the recordings from going public. But what happens now? He wasn't planning on deleting the recording for good. There is no way they would know if he did. Or maybe there was. Maybe his screen was being recorded, or maybe he's being watched just like how they watched the restaurant. The restaurant! Dan completely forgot about what happened at the restaurant. They know he knows about Winlow and how they spy and blackmail on everyone in that restaurant. He knows the truth, and they know he knows the truth. What does this mean? Is his life in danger? Is his family's life still in danger? Dan couldn't continue like this. How can he focus? How can he look his wife in the eye after nearly putting her life at risk? Dan knew he had a choice. Continue down the rabbit hole guaranteeing the danger to be imminent, continuing his job as is with his safety up in the air, or to resign from Congress and guarantee the safety of himself and his family. Dan sat in silence, his mind perfectly still. The answer came to him. He called his secretary in his office.
Yes, Dan?
Try to find someone by the name of Gary Keinenberg.
How many AK-47s do we have ready?
Maybe 1,000.
Is that enough?
I don't know. The problem is not how many guns we have. The problem is how many soldiers we have. You can't force the whole city to fight Khaheem.
Mauritanians are tough. I'm sure they'd be willing to fight.
Toughness isn't based on who is willing to fight. If you fight a battle for a stupid reason, then you're not tough. You're just stupid. This is a battle that isn't worth fighting for the locals here.
Yes, it is.
Why would they fight Khaheem? What benefit do they have joining you? You're the foreigner, the white man. You think your kind has treated them fairly enough for them to be loyal to you? They don't owe your kind anything.
Whatever the West has done has nothing to do with me. Put your racism aside, Mariam. I'm here to help this country. I know you trust me as the right leader of this country over Khaheem. If you didn't believe that you wouldn't be here with me, but you are. If I win and beat Khaheem, then I am the sole leader of Mauritania. Isn't that better than having Khaheem as the leader?
You don't have to convince me. You have to convince them. You didn't have enough time to improve the country that much before a war broke out.
But I did improve it, and that improvement should be enough for them to fight for it. They won't fight for me. They'll fight for that improvement, for the potential of having their lives changed for the better.
Jimmy was receiving a phone call.
Yeah?
Deal is done. Cargo should be arriving either tomorrow or the day after.
Great, thanks.
Jimmy hung up the phone.
What was that?
We're getting our weapons. Prepare the city.
Have you gotten started yet?
I'm planting seeds.
What does that mean?
I'm working them slowly.
Sarah, we don't have time to work them slowly.
Oh, so what? You want me to build a billboard that says, "Join Team Alex"? The problem is that Josh has been here since this group started. They trust him completely. It is hard for them to prove that he recently started working for the FBI. You need proof.
Hey, Alex, I got the results. Or maybe I can show you another time.
It's all good, you can give me the results in front of her.
What's this for?
I got the drugs tested to see what was in them. So what's the results?
The regular syringes, the ones that the majority were mostly using, were heroin, but the ones of the self-immolators were meth in the capsules and pipes. But that's not all. There were large traces of scopolamine.
Scopolamine?
I didn't know what it was either, but they explained it to me. It's a drug typically used for motion sickness and nausea, but the side effects causes confusion, memory loss, and irrational behavior. They refer to it as the devil's breath, because there has been reports about it being used for mind control.
Like MK Ultra?
Sort of, I can't remember exactly. But there has been reports of it zombifying people and making them obedient to orders.
And this was found in the meth that the self-immolators were using.
Yes.
But scopolamine, isn't that in Colombia?
Yeah, it is. Actually, you won't ever find scopolamine on the street, according to the people at the clinic. It's only used for medication at pharmacies and stuff, because no one would use it for fun.
How the hell does a drug from Colombia make its way to America and in the meth of a Monkey King?
Well, this is where it gets kind of weird. They tested the other drugs like the heroin as well, and they concluded that it was made professionally, as if it was made in a high-tech lab, not homemade. So both drugs were most likely made in a pharmacy.
What does this mean?
It means we got our proof.
Great work at the trial.
Thanks. I mean, you guys wrote the script. I just had to follow it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think Paul Staubitz is seeing the outside of a prison cell for a long time. Thanks to you, Brian. Brian Dresden, the man who won us the case.
Well, we were going to win the case anyway, but what Brian did was get the public back on our side.
Hey, Brian, we got someone that wants to meet you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was so impressed with you at the trial that he came all the way here to meet you. He's here right now.
The door swung open and in came a tall, mysterious figure.
Hello, sir. I'm Brian.
Good to meet you, Brian. I'm Gary. Gary Khaheem.
I like how you did a little James Bond introduction there.
It is a good introduction. So, Brian, I'm really impressed with how well you did at that trial.
I was just telling the guys, it was all the script. I was just acting it out. I guess I could be an actor, though. Hey, maybe I could be James Bond.
I can make a few phone calls and make that happen. Because you did such a good job. I mean, it almost felt real. Like, as if it actually happened.
Well, he did chain me in his basement. That part wasn't a lie.
No, it's not. And all the other parts, though. Like when Paul brought up that you told him that we're using the Monkey King to justify a further oppression and control of the country.
Well, I never said that. Paul said that.
You never told Paul that?
No.
Wow, what are the odds his lie was so accurate?
Yeah, what are the odds? Maybe he was working with Megan Petrillo and she told him about it, or he saw it in her report.
And what was that about him knowing the real reason why Robert Ziegler was killed?
I don't know anything about that.
Really? Because Paul said you do, and that you told Paul that. How did you know about that? How did you know our plan for Alex Nielsen? Because that was top secret and very classified.
Brian didn't say anything.
You see, Brian, the problem is that the plan we have set up for Alex Nielsen, no one is supposed to know. Or at least, the less people that know, the better. Are you picking up what I'm laying down?
Before Brian could answer, a plastic bag was placed over his head, restricting his breathing completely. Brian struggled, but he couldn't get any air. He was suffocating. He kicked and swung his arms, but before he knew it, his body went limp.
You have served your country well, Brian, and your country thanks you.
Paul was eating with his new friends in the prison. The food was what you expect from a prison, especially for those who are considered domestic terrorists. But Paul was feeling good that he was getting well acquainted with a group.
So, Paulie, how long are you in for? I don't know. 40-some years. I guess after 20, the years are all the same.
I hear that.
I mean, we think we some cold motherfuckers, but boy shooting a politician. Shit.
I didn't shoot him.
Paulie, we ain't undercover. Be straight with us, dog.
I am. Didn't shoot him.
Listen, You don't gotta shoot a nigga to be cool with us. As long as you ain't with them Monkey King, those boys are wildin'. You ain't the Monkey King, right?
I'm not, but I was sympathetic to the group.
Yeah, I mean we all are. But shit, lighting yourself on fire. That's some crazy demonic shit.
Well, I never got the chance to say this in court, but the government was behind all the self-immolations and crimes that the Monkey King do.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. If my mother, who I love to death, told me to go light myself on fire in front of the Capitol, I'd be like, bitch, I'll light a baby on fire before I do my own self.
That's a good point. Hey, hang on a second. I gotta take a piss. I'll be back.
Paul went to the bathroom. As soon as he entered, he felt a forceful push behind him. Paul stumbled to the ground but got back to his feet. An inmate had a knife and was swinging it at Paul in a stabbing motion. Paul was cornered. His back was against the wall, and the only thing in front of him was a giant prisoner wielding a knife with intention to kill him. The man hoisted his knife in the air to strike Paul, but before he could, a knife went through his neck. He collapsed to the ground as the blood gushed from his arteries. Paul looked up. A prison security guard was standing over the soon-to-be lifeless body on the bathroom floor. The security guard stuck his hand over towards Paul for a handshake.
Mr. Staubitz, it is an honor to meet you. The Monkey King says hello.